Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to our show. Anthony here.
And James here. Today is a very special episode in honor of Mother's Day, which was yesterday in the United States. I don't know where it is everywhere else, probably the same time. We are doing a special Mother's Day episode, and our mom, Janice, aka J Nice Deveney, is here on the episode. She's zooming in, so everyone say hi. Say hi, everyone, Mom. Hey, Mom.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Raiders of the Lost podcast fans.
How are you?
Guys.
We're so happy to have you here. Thanks for coming on. We thought this would be so fun.
It is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to messing you guys up.
And we have a lot of questions from fans, and also we'd love to hear what some of your favorite movies and TV shows are. We already are pretty familiar from growing up and watching movies with you, and so I think we could have a fun episode today.
Plus, definitely roast us, tell hilarious stories. Yeah. We got a lot of questions on Instagram.
I can't wait to hear these questions. Oh,
yeah, we asked everyone, ask our mom anything, basically, so it was a lot of fun. So where do you want to begin?
Let's begin with... do you want to talk about what her favorite movies and TV shows are?
Yeah, Mom, why don't you talk about some of your favorite movies, your favorite actors? All time. So I'm sure everyone's curious.
All time.
I remember watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding with you a lot.
Oh, really? The movie?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that one, but I'm gonna say Moonlighting is one of my favorite series, and movies. All right, so I'm gonna pick a movie. One of my favorite movies from the year James and Anthony was born. 1990. Favorite movies was Pretty Woman.
Oh, great.
Pretty Woman.
Walking down the street, Pretty Woman.
Yeah, Richard Gere and Julia.
I love rom-coms. You know I like rom-coms. You guys would all be rolling your eyes. Oh, Mom's in there watching a rom-com.
Made in Manhattan.
That's probably where Anthony got his love for rom-coms. Probably is from watching them with you. He was actually he was the one that enjoyed them with you.
Yeah, I love them.
Okay, well, you took turns on the couch next to Mommy.
Aww. We also got a love for disco from driving cars with you.
I wouldn't say a love.
A fondness.
Yes, fondness. An understanding.
I still put disco on when I clean the house.
It's great to dance to.
Whenever I hear disco, I'm like, I heard that in the car with Mom.
Yeah.
Disco, R&B, that's still my thing. I drive to work now, and it's I have R&B playing and Eminem playing, and people probably looking at me why is this old lady listening to that music? Because your tastes never change. You just get a little bit older,
Yeah. Exactly. You're still the same person, pretty much.
You're still the same person. Absolutely. What do you guys remember me watching?
X-Files. You love the X-Files. That was your favorite show. I remember everyone getting in the living room to watch the X-Files, and it was Mom was in control of the TV tonight. We're watching the X-Files with her.
And you couldn't binge watch it, so you had to wait till every Sunday night or whatever night it was on, and it's you schedule dinner around it and clean up and baths all around watching this. Oh my God, yes.
And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and CSI. And Survivor.
CSI Miami. Oh yeah. Survivor.
Survivor, the first,
Remember Kristen would come over and we would watch Survivor every week.
We would sit on the floor, everyone would watch it.
That show
it was the best show on TV.
It took the world over, the nation over. Everyone watched those first 2 seasons of Survivor for sure, and CSI, the original, the OG with Grissom. I love that show.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's a good time. All right. What about some questions from our fans? You want to answer some questions from Raiders listeners?
Definitely do. This will be fun and interesting. And neither one of you can get mad with the honesty.
Hey, we want all the honesty, everything, and also we haven't seen all these questions. So
and these are questions for you, and also for you personally, and also for you about us, and generally just being an awesome mom as a whole.
Some of them are very sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so Brooke Walker Shanks, she asks, as a mother of only 2 boys, I need to know how you survived all of the chaos of 6 boys.
Wow, and you said Brooke. Hi, Brooke. How you doing? Happy Mother's Day. I haven't survived. I'm still trying to get over it. No. I always say to people, you can have 2 kids, you can have 4 kids, you can have 6 kids, 6 boys. I always felt I I was organized. Like organizing everything is really, really hard. You know, sports and school and all that. The chaos, it is chaos. I mean, come on, 6 kids in the house, a lot of noise. I think that's why I like being alone and living alone now, because it's so
Makes
friggin'
sense.
quiet.
Yeah.
A lot of activity going on, and the age groups of all my kids was like, I had them up here, I had them down here, different age groups. So it was total like homework time, and whose homework can I do and whose homework can I not do, and it's very chaotic, but you just got to take one day at a time and just try and be organized and keep everyone's lives together the best you can. Sometimes a little vino might help. And a little water too to hydrate. No, you got to be organized. It's just about being organized.
That makes sense because
work
I mean,
very busy office. It's like I'm organized. I try to be as organized as possible, but keeping everybody organized and trying not to let them kill each other, it can be a challenge. I witnessed a few fist fights in the front lawn, but we all got it. They hit a few holes in the walls with some, very carefully put pictures on the walls or posters. Oh, Mom won't know there's a hole in the wall.
I'm not the only one who put a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
FYI,
you're not the only
not
one.
just me. Other brothers did it.
Yeah, I think everyone
know
did.
who did.
So just so everyone knows, we are a family of 6 boys. Anthony and I are the youngest of the 6, and we're all within the 10-year span of each other. So by the time Mom was 28 years old, she had 6 kids, 6 boys, and 2 of them were infant baby twins.
Round of applause.
Insane. What a woman. Mom deserves a statue somewhere, like your own holiday. Not Mother's Day, just Janice Day.
Amalfi Coast would be really nice.
Yeah. When we're there, we'll put a little statue up of you.
Yeah, we'll do the Amalfi Coast sometime.
Yeah,
but the organization makes sense because aside from just like stuff in the house, like we all played sports and stuff, so you have to organize all of that and drive us to places. And
There's
Right.
7 different games going on.
Yeah.
Oh, one year we had 5 baseball teams, 5
Wow.
different baseball teams.
Because me and Anthony were usually on the same team, so that's why it was just 5 instead of 6, and that's just a mess. It was a mess logistically.
It was hard. So there was, I missed a lot of their games or your games because Dad and I would switch off and who would do which game, which night, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't trade anything for any of it for gazillion dollars. Absolutely not. And hang in there, Brooke. You got this. You got this. You got this.
all right,
here's
next
another-
up from Andre Zinn 007, Mrs. Deveney. Miss Deveney, have you seen all of the episodes of the podcast? And if not, have you seen any of them?
So, because I have a social life, no, I have not. I try to look every Monday and Thursday when I have 10 minutes at work to, take a little break and just see what they're doing that day. I do. I always check out what they're doing. There's a lot of things I'm not interested in, like Marvel movies and stuff like that. So
Oh, we got a Marvel hater. Watch
That's
out.
where I get it
No,
from.
I'm not a Marvel hater.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Who's unsubscribing now?
She's a Martin Scorsese stan.
I kind of go by what you're going to be talking about. And if it's really interesting, I put them on my big screen, my 54-inch, and I sit back with my glass of Chardonnay and I watch my boys do their thing.
So cute.
Absolutely.
You're the best.
Absolutely. But no, honestly, I have not seen every single episode.
That's a lot of them, so I don't blame you.
All
There's a lot
right,
of
here's
them.
a tough question. This one's from Williams in the wild. James and Anthony are dangling from a cliff. You can only save one. Who do you save?
Myself.
Hey, there you go. That's a good answer.
Wait a minute. James or Anthony?
Oh yeah, she got
James
sticky
or
notes if you guys are
Anthony?
watching.
I'm not answering that, but I have a funny story about something that's similar that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Great
yeah.
story.
Great one.
This
Let's
is
hear
a
it.
good story because this actually happened. It wasn't a cliff. Being the great mother, I had my 6 sons down Hampton Beach, which is in New Hampshire. It's a fun beach town with the arcades and the roller coasters and all that stuff. But long story short, we were at a section of the beach and the older boys were playing on the rocks. They were looking for crabs or something. And James and Anthony, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying Jimmy because I call Jimmy.
You can call me Jimmy. You
Yeah.
can call me Jimmy. It's fine.
I call him
James
Jimmy
and
still.
Anthony, they wanted to play in the water, and so here they are, probably I'm gonna say 4 years old, 3 or 4.
Super cute.
And I'm doing my best to like keep looking over at your brothers and then watching you two at the water, and I'm right there at the water with you. But all of a sudden, a giant wave comes and swoops the twins away. Now, one's floating this way and one's floating that way. And I could only like really realistically grab one of these babies. And I went for the closest one because I don't know how to swim. So, regardless, I didn't even know who it was. I just ran first to grab somebody, but then this very nice man came running down the beach and grabbed the other one, and we both plucked you out of the water. So it actually happened to me.
Yeah.
But I won't say which one it was.
Should we reveal or just keep it a mystery?
Let's keep it a mystery.
All right, we'll keep it a mystery. Of who is chosen to be
This is a great
saved?
story. All right.
Just kidding.
Okay. Next up, Ari Lama asks, "Who was the crybaby?"
James, what?
Could you expand on that?
James, well, neither one of them were crybabies, like, ugh, but James was the manipulator, the crybaby, the one that had to have his own way.
I'm not surprised at all.
That makes sense. Had to come from somewhere.
All right. Next up.
But neither one of them were crybabies. They were actually really pleasant.
Aw.
I think, yeah, you're a great
Fathers.
mom.
I mean,
And also,
you guys were colicky when you were babies, and that was a nightmare. But
I think all the boys in the house, the stimulation just kept us busy, probably.
Oh yeah. You know, when you two were born, obviously, and I told this story. Your oldest brothers, Jamie and Ryan and Dennis, were 10, 9, and 8, and here you guys come along, and your father opened a business, and I'm here by myself with all you boys, and you guys your older brothers needed to eat and get, lunches ready and bathe them. And they would literally hold, like Dennis would hold one of his and Jamie would hold the others with one hand playing Nintendo, because of course Nintendo came out. So they'd be like rocking these crying, screaming, colicky babies while playing Nintendo. So both of them are really good dads too. Right?
Yeah.
And there was also a 4-year-old running around too.
And a
So
4-year-old who lost the babyhood of the family, right?
Wow. What a team effort.
Yeah.
Team effort.
Team effort. No, your brothers were saviors. If they wanted to eat dinner, mom will cook you dinner, but you got to hold this crying baby. And, they did.
Yeah.
They stepped up to the plate, and your older brothers adored you. They all do, and they still do.
It went from rockings and hugs to fists and elbows real quick.
Yes,
but
you didn't tell me that till later in life, and I don't want to know.
it was they were fists of love. That's what they said.
Fists of love.
Each fist was a
Break these
kiss.
boys in. Let's break them in.
All right.
Next up, I have a question from. 1 second. Sorry.
Here, I got one from Not Samir.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Will you adopt me?
Are you a boy or a girl?
She doesn't want another boy.
Next up from Anthony DeMeo. Did you ever mix us up?
No, but I dreamt about it. So when James and Anthony were born, they were identical. Extremely identical. At the hospital, they were named Baby A and Baby B until we gave you names. And that's another nightmare story. But they took Anthony, Baby B, and they painted Anthony's toenail red, his big toenail red, and said, until you know who's who, do not remove that red paint. You will eventually know, and eventually you do, by your smells, your touches, your cries, your wants. You do learn who each baby is different. So until I really, really, really knew, Anthony, you had a red toenail for a long time.
I was a fan of David Bowie.
I used to have bad nightmares about switching you guys up. I did. It was like a nightmare thing.
And also, fun fact, Anthony still paints that toenail red.
I changed the color up.
You changed the color up.
Yeah, I changed it up.
But yeah, that's yeah. I've never mixed you up. Maybe from across the room, like calling one of them. You turn around. Oh, Anthony. Oh, I mean Jimmy. That's just normal with any sibling, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Next up from Just Danmo, who was more of a handful, James or Anthony?
Really neither. You guys weren't handfuls. You guys were like the gentlest, greatest kids. You really were. You were really mellow, happy kids. And I really didn't have it. I really can't answer that like with a negativity at all.
Oh, nice. I'm so happy to hear that.
That's
Really
sweet.
cool. You were like my little prized possessions.
Just cool babies, man.
No wonder why we were the spoiled ones.
You guys didn't take tantrums. I mean, you really didn't do that.
Yeah.
No, you weren't handfuls at all. I mean, it was just a handful going to the park with 2 years. Did I tell you I put you on a leash? No, I'm only kidding.
All right, next question from Andy Walker. Which of the twins first loved movies? Or is it the same time?
I mean, I'm going to say same time.
Same time, yeah.
We grew up watching movies so much.
Probably because we did everything together.
Like on VHS, we would watch like Ninja Turtles.
I needed
all
a
the time.
babysitter. It was like, oh, let's watch a movie. You two sit on the couch, and your little pink chairs. Remember your little pink chairs?
The pink chairs, the fuzzy chairs, yeah.
Dad brought them home from somebody.
There's some great photos.
Furry pink chairs, and you guys would sit there.
We should put some baby photos up.
Those are the
we would
best.
hold hands when drinking our bottles.
Drinking your bottles, holding hands. Absolutely. You guys always held hands.
Fun fact, we still do that. We sit in the movie theater holding hands, drinking bottles.
And they hold my hand when we go across the street now, too.
Oh, yeah. We got to get some photos from you for this episode. All right. Next up.
Oh, yeah. If we had more time, I would have prepared a lot more stuff.
Scenic Sum wants to know, would you still ask Anthony to watch over your sauce? After I put Heinz tomato ketchup in it for everyone.
Put Heinz tomato ketchup in the sauce. But you know what? Heinz tomato, did I yell at you?
No, I didn't tell you until I was an adult.
You didn't tell me till
Like a few years ago, yeah.
Yeah, nobody knew.
So it was probably sweet like ragu or something. But no, definitely no. All my boys know how to cook now, so I had,
And mom's the
talk about Heinz ketchup because Anthony was the ketchup boy, and they used to tease you because you used to put ketchup on anything. And one night when you were sleeping, I don't know, Ryan or Christopher put a bottle of ketchup next to you like a stuffed animal.
Wait a second.
I thought you went to bed with that.
Hold on. I've been living my entire life thinking that I brought the ketchup with me into bed.
I think
and
he
they've been
took it.
teasing
I
me
think he
about
brought
that.
it with him to bed. I'm
no,
pretty sure.
now it's a prank. Now it makes more sense.
I don't know. I think you really
So
brought it
it
with
was
you.
a prank. They were teasing because you put ketchup on like everything.
They let me live thinking that I brought it to bed personally.
That's what brothers are for.
That's because your older brothers are jerks, right?
And so mom's Italian. She's 100% Italian. So you don't mess with an Italian woman's sauce. And Anthony did it thinking that it'd be a nice thing to do for the family as a little kid.
But I did have.
I was bitter. I don't know why. Yeah.
I wanted to make it sweet because I was obsessed with
wanted
ketchup.
to make it sweet. Okay.
Yeah,
I know with those Irish people down the street giving you ketchup.
I had some weird eating habits though, because the only way I could eat ham was if you called it pink cheese.
Yeah.
Pink cheese. I couldn't get Anthony to eat like protein with his sandwich, so I would lie and call it pink cheese, and he'd be like, "Okay, I'll have pink cheese."
He was trying to go vegetarian at a young age.
And then James would have cheese and mayonnaise sandwiches
Every day.
There'll be no vegetarians in this house.
We're in poverty. You'll eat what's on the table.
That's what it was always good because you guys were like, if we didn't want to eat, you'd be like, all right, go to bed hungry. And I don't care.
Get hungry. This
your
woman
problem.
is not a maid.
You always you always ate.
I would never let anyone go to bed hungry, but
That's
if
true, yeah.
someone did not like what was on the table, you got peanut butter and jelly or bread and butter, and that's all I would offer you people. And
And if they made an effort,
huh?
if they made an effort first to try the food and they didn't like it.
Everybody tried everything.
Yeah.
You guys are all pretty good eaters, except your brother Chris. He was the only one that did eat anything. But no, you guys are good eaters. You guys would. I'd take you food shopping. You guys would be gnawing on raw broccoli. And
You know what I missed about going to grocery stores? We would go to the deli, and then the guy would give us a free slice of American cheese, and
Yeah.
I'd eat that while we went through.
Boy.
Actually, you know what? Going in public as a twin as a kid is so fun because everyone treats you like a superstar, and like everyone who works at stores, like, oh, look at these two twins. You guys, yeah, like you want some ham, you want a slice of cheese, but then like it doesn't happen anymore. And I think I feel like I'm traumatized.
It doesn't.
No one cares that we're twins anymore.
I would
But
get stopped all the time. I would go food shop. It would take me like 2 hours because everybody would stop to talk to you guys and say, "Oh my God, they have twins."
We were like,
Twins were
yeah.
popular, you know. I mean, now twins and triplets are more popular because of fertility drugs, you know.
Yeah.
But like when you were in a town, it was you and the Hopkins. You guys were the twins of Waltham.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, 60,000 people.
Yeah.
So everybody knew you, and it was like, oh, but you know.
All in elementary school, and there was only our entire school career. There was only one other set of twins that we actually went to school with, the Hopkins, and then also.
But they went to a different school.
Yeah, they went to a
like
different
5
school.
different elementary schools.
We only went to one school with another set of twins at high school, and that was it.
Yeah.
So they were much
It's
more
pretty
rare.
rare. It used to be more rare back in the day. But like everyone treated us like a celebrity. It was like a celebrity sighting, and then you get older and it just wears off. I feel like we're going through like that. It's like a phase. Like no one cares about you anymore.
Yeah,
it's weird because you're treated like a superstar. It's like, oh my God, they're twins. They're so cute. I'm like, yeah, I'm cute. That's right.
All right, next up from Cam Scar from Cammy.
Cammy, hi, Cammy.
Who is most likely to sneak out of the house? I know I never did, but
James. She's holding up my sign. Like
I make my little signs.
yeah, they're very cute.
I love it.
So James.
Not Anthony. Yeah, Anthony was the good boy.
Let's not expand on that.
I was afraid that you would steal from the store.
I mean, if I had a guess, I'd say James.
Yeah. All right. This one's from Vince903. IMAX? IMAX?
IMAX?
Because we love IMAX, so it's just a funny joke.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you like IMAX?
IMAX theater. I've never ever been. Did I ever take you to IMAX in Burlington?
No, we used to go with Dad a lot.
Yeah, Dad took us.
It was in
I don't know if
it was
I've
in
ever
Framingham.
been in one.
Oh, we'll have to change that.
Yes, I would love to go to an IMAX movie. We didn't. The worst movie.
Yeah.
The worst. Well, not the worst movie I ever took you guys to. The most. You guys humiliated me. You and your brother Kristen. Kristen and I took you to see
Titanic.
the Titanic. We had to wait in line for weeks to get tickets, right? I take you and Christopher, and we go to see the Titanic, and the boat's sinking, and people are falling and crashing into propellers and dying, and the twins are behind me cracking up, and I'm like, what the F is wrong with you?
We were calling it pinball.
It might have.
My kids are like laughing at people dying, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Slap. No, I never hit my kids.
Oh my God.
He deserved it.
We were 7. Okay, we were 7.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I remember.
We were talking. We were saying they look like pinball machine balls hitting,
something,
falling down.
Hey,
they're pinging off the propellers, and you guys went.
I think it's because we were desensitized to horrific things in film at an early age from our brothers. You know that.
Oh, okay.
So we were watching stuff that was like.
I'll never forget that.
I'll never forget that.
And
either.
also, church was always just a problem of pain for you. You always had to we always were trying to have fun and bring our Game Boys, and
I don't know how we went and managed to do it every Sunday too.
Oh, Sunday at church. Well, you guys were altar boys, yes.
We weren't altar boys. The
no,
other ones
your
were.
other brothers were. No, you guys weren't. Yeah.
That was a mess. Every Sunday was
I used to take one of you guys' Game Boys because you just used the word Game Boy. You just made me have a flashback. But I would commute to Boston to go to work on the commuter rail, and I'd be there with somebody's Game Boy, I don't know which one, playing Tetris. And everybody else around me is like at the Boston Globe or the Boston Herald open, and I'd be like playing Tetris.
That's awesome.
So you're the smartest one in that train, honestly.
To it. The only game I know how to play. The only game.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what else we got.
Mike wants to say, congrats on raising such stand-up young man, and happy Mother's Day to you.
Aw.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
This is from Danny Lyon. Who picked more fights? James, a resounding dead face answer.
James.
Do you want to expand on that or not?
He didn't pick fights. You guys didn't really fight, but no, Jimmy was definitely more vocal, like wanted his own way, as I said previously in the episode.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, you look awesome.
Yeah, as Anthony got older, Jimmy wanted his own way. Anthony would be like, Mom, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Let him have it. Let him have the piece of the cake, God damn it. Let him have it.
Oh my God. That's where I get my insatiable appetite from, though, I think, probably.
He never stops eating.
I'm always eating.
All right, from Caleb Jeter. What actor was your childhood celebrity crush?
Actor has to be an actor, huh?
Or
Actress.
I'd say actor.
Yeah, anyone. As your childhood crush.
Childhood actor. So that would make me a child, huh?
Or teens, like as a teenager.
That's a long time ago. Well, David Cassidy, Partridge Family was probably a big crush. As I got a little bit older, it would have been Tom Selleck, baby.
That mustache.
Loved my Tom Selleck. But
The
yeah,
chest
as a
hair.
childhood, a child, yeah. We didn't have much on TV, Brady Bunch, Partridge Family. Oh my God, everybody loved David Cassidy.
Yeah.
What about right now? Who are your movie guys?
My movie guys, Daniel Craig,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Dwayne.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Yeah, I like Dwayne.
Why are you dancing while you said that? You were flowing and you're playing with
He
your
makes
hair.
me wanna dance.
You're playing with your hair.
My hair.
Yeah, you're like Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. I
You
stalk him.
you buy his tequila too, right? What's it called?
I buy his tequila. Oh yeah.
It's called biceps.
Um.
I'm kidding. It's not.
Oh, I'm a Mark Wahlberg fan. You know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mackie Mac kid.
Matt Damon. People are more my age. Yeah. I love Marky Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Marky Mark.
All right. How about we go into our intermission?
Yeah, we're gonna
Have
do a little intermission. I
some
love
little
it.
fun guessing games.
Oh, guessing games.
Yeah, you want to do our intermission?
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Then you might want to get your hands on the Lawnmower 4.0 groomer from manscaped.com. Use our coupon code Raiders of the Lost at checkout to get 20% off and free shipping worldwide, because John Doe is going to come for you if you're just being a sloth about your hygiene. Also, get the Ultra Premium Collection, which is the ultimate wet goods bundle, which includes deodorant, yes, deodorant from Manscaped, body wash, 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner, hydrating body spray, and a free set of Manscaped lip balm. Manscaped's awesome products are turning your day-to-day routine into being the perfectly groomed guy in your life for your significant others or just for yourself. Now, they're turning your shower routine into the best part of your day with their wet goods bundle and their Lawnmower 4.0 groomer. This thing is like a rocket ship for your grooming needs. It's got a 7,000 RPM motor. It's got a wireless charger, a goddamn lights on it. You can use this thing in the shower. It's waterproof. It's crazy. It's insane. Their boxer briefs are super comfortable too. T-shirts are super comfy. Go to manscaped.com. Get all your stuff from there for your grooming needs. Take care of yourself. Don't be a sloth. Use our coupon code Raiders of the Lost at checkout. You get 20% off and free shipping today.
Or else John Doe's coming for you. For all you fans of movie posters, there's only one place to get yours, and that's at movieposters.com, the number one place for posters online. Use our special promo code Raiders10 to get 10% off your order today. Movieposters.com has a gigantic selection of pretty much every movie and TV show imaginable in their arsenal. They also have all sorts of poster sizes, framing, backlighting, whatever your poster needs are, they got you covered. You know them. Movieposters.com. Our coupon code is Raiders10. Use it today and get 10% off your order. Yeah.
All right, we'll start with the movie quote competition. I have a quote for both of you. Let me know if you can guess the movie. Don't say it if you know it, Anthony. Let Mom get a chance. All right, we know how quick you come
Oh
in.
my
He
God.
comes in hot. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
I'm just one stomach flu away.
I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
Is it a female?
It's a female. Yes, it's a female character. Not Amy Schumer.
Is it Miss Congeniality?
Not Miss Congeniality.
It's a good one.
I can give you a hint. Meryl Streep is in it.
Oh, I know. It's Devil Wears Prada. It's Emily Blunt.
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt.
Nice
I
job.
can't remember her character name.
Emily.
I have a quote from a fan. So this is two characters talking. Hey, dipshit, be careful with that thing, will ya? You already put a effing nick in my piano. Sorry, it's just that this is a little heavy, that's all. Heavy? What I wouldn't give to know what heavy feels like, you insensitive prick.
Say it again.
Hey, dipshit, be careful with that thing, will ya? You already put an effing nick in my piano. Sorry, it's just that this is a little heavy, that's all. Heavy? What I wouldn't give to know what heavy feels like. And in the back of this person's car says, how am I driving? Call 1-300-EAT-SHIT.
It sounds so familiar. It sounds so familiar. But I don't know.
There's something about Mary.
There's
something about
What
Mary.
is it?
There's something about Mary.
Oh, that's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Matt Dillon's. No, it's Ben Stiller's character. Yeah,
That was a funny movie.
that was
was
a great
funny.
one. Yeah, with the hair. I love it.
Alrighty, next up. Guess this movie release year. L.A. Confidential.
Good one.
1997.
Yeah!
Excellent.
You got it!
Wow.
Oh my God. Wow.
What a pro.
Jay Nice in the house.
Wow.
Wicked smart kid.
Also, I forgot to mention that quote I said is from Tevin Garvey, a good fan of
thanks,
ours.
Tevin.
Here is my movie release year question. To Die For, the Nicole Kidman movie with Joaquin Phoenix. To Die For.
Joaquin Phoenix and Nicole Kidman in To Die For.
To Die For.
To Die For.
Gus Van Sant movie.
What do you think, Mom? Before 2000s? Or? Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with this movie, so I'm going to say 1992.
I'm going to piggyback on that. I like that year.
95.
Ah.
Very close. Very
We're
close.
close, Mom.
It's an awesome movie. You'd like it, Mom.
All right, I have a trivia question for you guys. This one's related to Mom's guy, Tom Selleck. Now, what two famous roles in film did Tom Selleck turn down that Harrison Ford took?
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes, that's one. So Indiana Jones. And then what's the other one?
Harry Met. No. Ooh.
What's another big Harrison Ford role? He's like really, really funny in it. He's a smuggler. He's a wisecracker. His best friend is a giant furry guy.
Giant furry. Oh, Star Wars.
Yes, Han
Oh,
Solo.
that was going to be.
Yeah, he was
Turn
going to
it
be both
down.
of them.
He
Yeah.
turned it down. Well, good thing, because I don't think he would have fit the role.
Me either.
I think he would have been Indiana Jones. I think he could have fit that, but Han Solo maybe not.
Definitely Indiana Jones with that whip.
They even shot test footage with him as Indiana Jones.
Man, what a turn down.
All right, here's my quiz question.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, fun fact. We're full of them. All right, ready? Matt Dillon was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in what movie?
Matt Dillon?
Matt Dillon.
Huh.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Crash.
Oh my god! I forgot
He
about
played
Crash.
the racist cop in Crash.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Did I see that movie?
Yeah, it came out in 2004.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Won Best Picture.
It's like the interweaving stories.
Alora. All right, let's move on. What do we got for unsubscribed haters? Who we got?
We have one unsubscribed today. It was a good one.
Is it funny?
So, in our Lord of the Rings episode, Alex L. Pal 63 wrote, Anthony, you were right the first time. Hobbiton is the real location where the hobbits are from in the books. It's located within the Shire. It's not just the real set you can visit in real life. Unsubscribed.
So, yeah, you're right. I was wrong. Anthony was
I
right.
was satisfied to see that one.
I'll admit that any day.
Thanks, man.
We have a great 5-star review from Cholos Carrillo, who is also Cammie, great fan of the show and friend. My absolute favorite podcast. Not a day goes by for me without listening to this podcast. These guys are truly the product of impeccable execution. So much research is put into their episodes, and they keep me laughing the whole time. Their energy is absolutely contagious, and I catch myself laughing in public while listening to the daily episode. Their passion for film has reinvigorated my love for it as well. So thankful I found these talented twins. They know their stuff. Trust me, I've listened to so many podcasts trying to find the perfect balance of humor, informed dialogue, and debate, fun facts, and sense of community from these hosts, and I finally found it. Keep up the awesome work, guys. Thank you, Cammie.
Thanks, Cammie.
We did a lot of research for this show. It's a reference to the last episode.
Yeah, bad review we got. And our Godfather shout out for today is our good friend TJ Rollins.
TJ, you became a Godfather?
We made you an offer you couldn't refuse.
You're a Godfather patron now. What episode does TJ want us to do?
He asked if we could do The Hobbit versus Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's a really good episode.
So it's going to be pretty epic, yeah.
Woo!
It'll be wild. So thank you so much for being a Godfather patron. He has access to like 70 bonus episodes in the Discord. It's so much fun. Your support keeps the lights on for the show and lets us do this full time. So thank you so much, TJ.
Appreciate you so much. And on this day in film history, today is May 9th. In 1958, Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo was released. In 1980, the horror film Friday the 13th is released. And also, let's see what else we got. So some birthdays we have, some movie releases. We also have Daddy Daycare in 2003, classic. Neighbors in 2014. Palo Alto in 2013. And that's it for notable movies.
Slow weekend.
But hey, we got some bangers in there. We have two epic films in there. Mm-hmm. And birthdays, whose birthday is it today? It's no one I've heard of's birthday today, so...
Not important.
It's someone's birthday. Someone's birthday is today.
My streaming recommendation for today is the film Benedetta, which is on Hulu, directed by Paul Verhoeven. It came out last year, and I thought it was really awesome. Check it out.
All right, and let's get back into our episode of our Mother's Day special with our mother, Janice. Do we have any more questions from fans to ask her?
How proud are you of the boys?
The boys, meaning James and Anthony?
Yeah, for the podcast.
Oh, my God. Of course. I've always been proud of them. As little boys, they were very articulate and artistic, and I knew they had this little special thing about them. But to see where they've come, and they left to go to Los Angeles to make it in the big, bad world of Los Angeles, and took their talents, their similar talents, and blended it to make this fabulous podcast. I'm like beyond proud. My God.
Which was never even the plan, which is crazy.
No, it wasn't. But look what happened.
Yeah.
So
determinism and fatalism. It's wild.
No, even when you were like 21 and you made that little independent film, you're probably going to yell at me for bringing that up.
Okay,
but they did.
No, we bring it up.
Really great independent film. They aired it locally in one of our local theaters, and it was just really cool to watch them take their passion at such a young age and just keep going forward with what they're doing now. And I'm super, super proud. Proud, Mom. Love you. Oh, my God. Nice question.
That was from Cammie as well. And then her other question is, how are raising twins different from just regular kids from a mom's point of view? Oh, I know. I'm sorry. That's not how the question. I read it wrong. How are we different from each other from a mom's point of view? James and I.
How are twins different from a mom's, or you two?
Us two,
specifically. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe if Anthony could have read that question a little better.
Well, let me answer it how I took it in.
All right.
How about we do that? So I took it as how are twins different than regular sisters or brothers or siblings? That's how I'm taking it. Or raising regular.
Yeah,
children.
do that first. We'll do both.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just think there's a little specialness about twins. when I found out I was pregnant with James and Anthony, I already had 4 children, and it wasn't like the best of news. But the moment I found out they were twins, I always dreamed of having twins. As a little girl, asked my mom, I had twin dolls in the little carriage, and I'm a Gemini. So when I found out you guys were twins, I was just beyond ecstatic. So I have identical twins, so I'm going to go with that. And I just find that to be a super special thing. I think it's a special bond between twins. When you were born, you guys slept in the same crib for a very long time until you started rolling over and just watching you bond and hold hands. And, you guys slept peacefully together. You cried crazily together, but just seeing that, because if you're a singleton, that's what a singleton is, a single baby. You don't see that. You don't experience that. So it's just really cool to raise twins. And they do have a special bond. And I think they always will. People ask me, could they feel each other's pain and stuff like that? No, I don't think so. I think they worried more if somebody got hurt, someone had to go to the hospital. The other twin would be more worrisome for their twin. But I think, oh my God, twins are very, very special. It's a special thing. And, triplets, anything. But oh my God, yeah, it's a special gift.
Now, how are me and Anthony different from your perspective?
From raising us, how were we different?
Similar but different. Your personalities, I think once you were probably, I'm just gonna pick a number and say 1 year old. You became 1 year old, you were together, I was holding you together, your little babies, blah, blah, blah. Then you started forming your own little personalities, and your personalities are completely different. People may not see that. They may see you laugh together, talk together, have the same voice, you look the same, but you're totally 2 different people. That's why, when you guys were going off to school, the only time you guys were together in school was in kindergarten. And then after that, I insisted you were separated because I wanted you to build that individuality. But you're totally different. You totally were different. But you guys were so close, but you were just 2 different people. You were 2 different people, even though you were identical twins.
Mm-hmm. So we're not robots, everybody.
I think that was smart to put us in different classes. I think that was really smart of you.
Because, I know people that judged me that have family members that are twins, and they're like, oh, you should keep them together in school, and they should go to college together. And it's like, no.
No way.
No way. They're different people just because they look the same. But I was blessed. I was super blessed having a huge family, but just, having twins at the end, and you guys, it's really cool. It's a cool thing.
We were blessed to have you as a mother.
Mm.
Oh, thank you. No, yeah.
How long did you dress us the same? Like how many years?
Probably until you were in first grade. But I dressed you the same, but you guys had different colors.
It was the same outfit, but different color coordination.
Different colors.
Yeah.
Jimmy was always red and Anthony was always blue, or vice versa. But one is you'd have the same shirt, but it was different colors. Of course, people would buy you the same clothes, but I didn't dress you identical forever. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Nope.
Next question, Alex Demsel asked, how much can you bench and squat?
Me?
It's just a joke.
I can bench 50 pounds.
Whoa, that's good.
I don't bench squats, but I can do 100 squats at one time.
Wicked strong.
What VHS did we probably watch the most? Was it like The Never Ending Story, or was it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Which one was the one we're always watching?
I wrote down, in case you asked a silly question like that.
Mm-hmm.
Never Ending Story. Never Ending
Story. Classic.
I was gonna say that. What did you say? Okay, all right. Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
That was huge.
I know all the theme songs to all these shows, but I would say Never Ending Story was like a never ending movie.
That was on all the time.
I feel like we always had that on.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that thing didn't melt.
Yeah, we only had one VHS and it lasted.
You had to rewind that. You had to rewind it.
We all watched it. We all sit there and cry. And that was like, no, Anthony, I wrote that down. Never ending story. I actually
Great one.
did.
Do you remember what maybe the first movie you took us to see in theaters, you and dad or you by yourself? Or
First movie.
Like
Oh,
in
my
theaters?
goodness.
I know it's a rack and back in time.
Lion King?
Yeah, like 94, 93.
The Lion King is Toy Story?
Toy Story was 95, yeah.
Yeah, maybe like that. I'm gonna go with the Lion King. I'm gonna go with that as my memory of your first movie.
Great first one. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
I remember you took us to see the first time we saw Star Wars. You took us to see a rescreening of it in like '97, and I think it was the second Star Wars movie, and it was I really loved it. I think it was the second one. It was an awesome one to see in the theater.
I don't remember that at all. I don't.
Oh my God, yeah. Like growing up, so in the '70s, seeing Star Wars was like so cool. Oh,
Yeah, that's wild. That must have been a trip.
oh my God.
Yeah, what were some of your favorite movies you saw in theaters? Like the coolest movies you saw in theaters back then? And like, do you miss like seeing actual film celluloid being projected?
Jaws is a great movie.
Oh, Jaws in theaters.
One of my first memories of like a really good movie is The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That Jaws, and we had, I grew up in Medford and I grew up in Medford, and we had a what do you call it, drive-in theater. So I got to see a lot of these movies in drive-in too.
Yeah, driving's really popular back then.
That's a cool time. You grew up in such a
Great time for
interesting
music.
Oh, the
Yes.
70s,
For
like that
pop
movie,
culture.
Licorice Pizza. It's like I sit there going, I had that shirt, I had that dress, I
Wasn't that movie great?
had those shoes.
Wasn't that such a good movie?
It was really good. Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it was so good.
Be arrested, but now, but no, that was a really good movie. I liked that. How that ended. I liked how she let it go. She let it be. She let her
Yeah.
Love's love.
this younger person, and she loved him, and it was great. It was good.
I still
Oh my
think
God, I had boyfriends that wore those white polyester,
the pants.
the semi-formal with the white blazers. Oh my goodness.
I love that. I still think you grew up with the best era of like music and film.
Pop culture,
like I
yeah.
mean, in terms
Oh
of
my
the
God,
bands,
yes.
but also the movies were obviously the golden age of TV was kind of happening around then too. But I'd say that's more now. Like TV's absurdly good
The
now.
movies golden age.
But
was the
movies,
70s.
man, the movies in the 70s.
Movies and music. We had the best
stacked.
music in the 70s.
They don't
Oh
make
my
movies
God.
like that anymore. It's insane.
Like The Exorcist was the highest grossing movie of that year. The French Connection was the highest grossing movie of the next year. Like
Taxi
those were
Driver,
Taxi Driver.
Jaws, Alien. It's insane what you had. So jealous to see like those in theaters. Obviously, you can still see them in theaters today, but I mean, it's not projected in film, but it's still a great experience. But I would have loved to have grown up in an era where like every time you go to the movies, you're seeing actual film being projected on a real celluloid. We get to see screens like that occasionally, and it's always a lot of fun. But I wish I had that experience more often. It's just nothing like it.
Yeah, I saw Jaws on the big screen. Had nightmares.
Wow, that's wild.
But also just like waiting in line.
Oh my God, Halloween. When did
Halloween,
Halloween? Yeah, Halloween. And then my brother and his friend, me and Lisa went with my brother and his friend, and they're like chasing us around the parking lot afterwards. Terrified. I saw that in the movie theaters. That was
But like going to the movies was
like horror movie.
yeah, it was like such an event back then. Like you wait in line to get your tickets either the day of or like that night you're gonna go to try to get in. You might not get in. You might not get a ticket. And it's just everyone's so excited. Now it's just like you're on your computer. You pick your tickets. You show up at like 2:15.
You pick your seat.
You pick your seats. Like, oh, I don't have enough popcorn. It's just not as magical as I think it used to be. Like I wish I grew up in the 70s.
Everyone's on their phones before the movie starts.
So I think there's just something really special about that time period, about the 70s with
It
the
was
music,
innocent. It
with
was like
the
innocent.
entertainment, with film. It was just like an era that will never be replicated again. It was just magic, I think.
Yes. Really
Great
cool.
point. I have a question from Gabriel Townsend. Can you remember a very embarrassing story about us?
Or stories. What's the most embarrassing thing you can think of that happened to us?
Yeah,
Or-
that happened to us.
happened to you like together?
Or just like
either one.
individually.
Yeah, whatever you can think of. It's hard to think on the spot.
Anything
but
silly.
Is there anything?
Silly, embarrassing. Oh, I don't.
Or who had more injuries?
Me.
Oh, Anthony.
Yeah. I got stitches 3 times, broke an elbow, nearly broke my ankle.
We should have put a helmet on you your whole life.
I got a concussion at that field trip in New York.
Oh, yeah, you got a concussion on a field trip.
Yeah, Anthony was a klutz. But Jimmy, you caused one of his injuries. You know that.
Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah.
You guys were throwing rocks at the tree and it ricocheted and hit Anthony.
Told you. Yeah. Yeah, it ricocheted. Yeah.
She didn't see it. She remembers what you told her, Jim.
I gaslit Mom when I was 6.
But Anthony fell off the bleachers. We were watching Christopher's game. You guys are on the bleachers, and Anthony, I don't know, you fell, or maybe Jimmy pushed you. Who knows? No, I don't think Jimmy.
I think I know.
You fell off the bleachers, and I was running the shack making pizza, and I come running out. Someone's like, Janice, Mrs. Deveney, Anthony fell down. And I go see Anthony's arms hanging like this. So what do? I go get a branch and some duct tape, and I put the branch and the duct tape on your arm, and I take you to the hospital. Of course, they had a parking spot for Mrs. Deveney because we were at the hospital all the time.
Always injured. Always injuries. Reserved.
But yeah, no, you guys never. I don't have like embarrassing stories. I really, like on the spot, I can't think of anything like right. Like,
what about the time I called 911? when I was like 9.
Ryan, your older brother, are watching you and Christopher. So Ryan's what? I don't know, 14, 15,
Yeah,
15,
teens, yeah.
15. He's probably 15. You guys are probably
7, 8 or 7, something like that.
8 or 9. So I walk in the door and the phone's ringing, not the cell phone because we didn't have cell phones. The phone's ringing.
The landline.
I'm walking in the door from work, and I pick up the phone, and they're like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Hello," like this is 911. I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You just called." I said, "No, I didn't." They're like, "Yeah, we just took a 911 call from this phone number." I'm like, "Did anyone call 911?" And everyone's like, "No." They're like, "Is everything fine?" And I'm like, yeah, I just got home from work. Everything looks fine. This is, whatever. So that I hang up, and then to come to find out, they have to send a police officer and a fire engine when someone calls 911. So I go outside. Yeah, no, everything's fine. So then, when your father got home, your father asked, "Did anyone call 911?"
And then you find out.
And then we find out per Ryan or somebody's dared poor Anthony.
Yeah, he dared me to do it.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Dad made you write a letter to the 911 responders. Send them a letter, apology. I'll never forget that one.
That's actually a great. Yeah, that was a good punishment
lesson.
to write
Good
the
life
letter.
lesson,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the. I remember when he walked in. I was watching TV in your room, and then he walked in. He's like, "Did you call 911?"
How often were things around the house broken or something like? We just did something, or could you ever tell, like walking to the house, that something was wrong? Like if it was like everyone's too quiet or being too well behaved, like they were up to something.
Some things you probably couldn't hide, but I'm sure like stupid things like lamps or light bulbs, you probably hid that. I
Holes
never
in the
really
wall.
noticed anything. I mean, I noticed downstairs more because if people don't understand, we had a single family home, but we had a whole level underneath with 3 bedrooms and a living room and a kitchen downstairs, even though it wasn't a 2-family. So you guys are downstairs a lot. So I know there was a lot of damage down there, but that was mostly from your older brothers. But
The older brothers. Yeah.
I remember noticing like a sconce broken on like like not a chandelier, but the light fixture. Like maybe there was 8 things. Maybe one of those was broken, and I'd be like, "Does anyone know what happened?" No.
Okay, good. She didn't notice half the stuff then.
Yeah.
Didn't the front door of the stove get broken or something? I don't know. No. I mean, I might have noticed more things like, why isn't the couch centered properly? You know what I mean? Because you have ACD, like everything is to be in perfect order.
But then also, like, there's like big instances of destruction, like most of us getting into car accidents of some kind, except for James.
Oh yeah, immaculate driving.
Best driving record. But I think everyone else was in an accident.
The phone calls. Is this the Deveney residence? Yes. All right, I'll be right there. Yeah. Jamie totaled my Pontiac Grand Am though. That was my. I had a really cool navy blue Grand Am, like 1992 Pontiac Grand Am, and Jamie totaled that.
Yeah. The Monte Carlo got totaled.
The white car, what?
Yeah. The Monte Carlo.
Our family went through a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were me and Anthony's favorite snacks growing up, and like favorite things to eat?
Well,
everything.
I'm gonna say Dunkaroos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them at Costco.
Bugles. You remember the Bugles?
Yeah,
you put them on your fingers.
Yeah.
But you guys were big on Ritz crackers and peanut butter too.
Yeah, those were great. I would make little sandwiches.
What else?
I was obsessed with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I remember.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
You used to buy that specially for me.
Diet Coke.
I would always try to buy somebody something every time I went food shopping. And that's a huge, that's another conversation.
Yeah, we all got our own selection of cereal. Generally,
that was very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you could to just keep us up, like to shut us up.
Yeah.
But I remember, I always remember grocery shopping with you, and then we'd have like 2 shopping carts or carriages just full of food, and like everyone would be like giving us looks in the grocery store, like Jesus Christ, this lady and these twins are just eating a lot of food.
We didn't have BJ's and Costco. That didn't come out. BJ's and Costco didn't come open to the public. To you guys were like 10.
Yeah, early 2000s.
Even older. You know what I mean? So that's what I needed. I needed BJ's and Costco when I had all you children, and it wasn't there. So, I'd be buying 6 gallons of milk, and you guys always joke, "Oh, Mom made a lot of pasta. But you gotta do what you gotta do."
It's great pasta.
It's always great.
Great pasta.
I love pasta.
Excellent.
Top-notch pasta.
You guys never went hungry, that's for sure.
Never did. Never do. Well, I'm always hungry, but insatiable appetite.
Were we ever bad with technology in terms of like video games or chat? Is it like comparable to kids nowadays, like being glued to their phones, us being glued to like a Game Boy, or texting with our friends in chat on the computer, or playing like N64? Was that like comparable to nowadays?
No, absolutely not. It's way worse now. You guys, were into the video games, and I always allowed my children to play a certain amount of time allotted video games, because you guys still went out to play with your friends. You were still that last generation. I didn't have a cell phone until I was working at the State House. So you're talking 1997. I got my first cell phone, I think, 1997. So we didn't have cell phones. You had your Nintendo. That's what you guys had. And you played a little too much. And how many times did I say stuff is on the friggin' table?
Yelling downstairs.
So you did, but you guys, I don't remember you playing. I don't remember you being online chatting with people or anything like that. If you got a phone call from a friend, or kids actually still knocked on the door looking for you, you guys made plans after school. Now, oh my God, it's not just kids. Everybody's hooked to their phones, and it's sad. I wish people would put their goddamn phones down. It's like you go out to dinner, everybody's on the phone, the kids are on the phone. It's so sad what's happened with technology, and it's great. Technology is great, but people don't communicate, and it's sad.
You know what I think it is because you nailed it on the head of us always want to still see our friends. And I think what happened is our hanging out first, like physically hanging out with our friends and doing things was more important to us than the video games.
Yeah, that was the priority.
And then nowadays, social life is online for kids, so it's combined into the same experience. And so like they're playing video games and interacting with their friends at the same time. And so physically interacting with them isn't that important to them anymore. Whereas when we were kids, if we had to choose between playing Nintendo and going to the park with our friends, 10 times out of 10, we would go to the park with our friends.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Plus, we had a lot of hobbies growing up, too. I mean, we played, like, sports all year. And then also we were, like, big with, like, drawing and stuff like that. And, like, we were just doing stuff with the we were always hanging out with.
Yeah, you guys were phenomenal artists.
And then hanging out with the older brothers was always, like, took up a lot of time, too. So we were always, like, hanging out with friends or the brothers. I think that was, like, took up a majority of the time. Definitely played a lot of video games, for sure. Too much.
Yeah. You know, and it was good. And it's a good babysitter when someone needs a babysitter. Here, go play your video game for an hour. You get an hour. But
I would definitely sneak the Game Boy under the blanket with my little USB light. So that we could play under the blanket when you think we're
This guy's
your generation. You still went out to play. You had bicycles. You got up on your bicycles and you rode to the park. Your friends were all over the place, and you still had the opportunity to do that. You don't see kids playing out in the street anymore and stuff. It's sad.
No way.
People date online. It's like they don't even go out. They just date on a phone.
Yeah, thank you for confirming we had friends.
You guys had a lot. You did.
Yeah,
Friends are great. I have lots of friends. I love it. I love having friends.
But that
technology's great, but I think too many parents rely on it, and kids get addicted to it.
Agreed. Because we live near a high school, and I'll walk by during like their lunch, and they'll have like some kind of break outside on tables, and they'll all be. Maybe
they'll
30.
all be together, but they're all like
together.
This.
Yeah, but they're all sitting at the tables on their looking down at their phones, and it's like 30 of them all sitting at like a few large tables, and no one's talking to each other.
And it's not their fault. Like, it's like obviously all these kids. Like, what else? This is like the most like addicting thing they could possibly do.
It's not. It would have happened to us if
exactly.
We were that age.
So it's nothing wrong with the kids. It's just the technology.
It's the technology's designed.
During COVID. I lived by myself. I was on the phone a lot. I was TikToking. I was Instagramming. I was watching the twin. You know what I mean? So it's hard not to, but
and the apps are designed to make us want to keep staying on them. So it's not our fault. We're at the beck and whim of like these companies that design these things.
It's the way the world is. It's just the way the plan.
I feel lucky we grew up. I didn't have a smartphone until I was 21.
That's great.
Yeah. I didn't have one until I was, graduated college was when I got my first one, so I was like 21, 22. Yeah. I got an iPhone 4, and I was like, oh my God, I finally did it.
Yeah.
And it's been
so I went for my new iPhone. It's the SE.
Ooh.
And I was up for an upgrade, and you get the iPhone 12 or 13, and they're showing me them, and I'm like, where's the little button at the bottom? Where's the home button? They don't have those anymore. Only the SE does. And I'm like, well, then give me the SE. So here, pathetic little Janice has the SE because I wouldn't upgrade with that. I wanted the home button because I didn't think I'd be able to manage my phone.
You get used to it in a day. But I understand you like what you like. I understand.
You like, especially at my age,
Sounds like something I would do.
We don't like change.
All right. You got any things that you brought to talk about or anything fun? Any stories?
Talk about.
Yeah,
I want to talk about a funny story that you guys talked about on one of your episodes about Anthony, and it has to do with when you were little, and you guys asked Santa Claus for the yellow Pokemon Game Boy game.
Yes.
So you did an episode and you were picking on Anthony and that. It literally, it broke my heart because
I'm sure it did.
Here I am, a mom with a budget for Christmas, and I don't know anything about video games. And you both asked for yellow Pokemon and, the game, and then, maybe a couple of other ones for your Game Boy. So I'm like, well, now won't I be the smart mom and I'll buy one yellow Pokemon game, another game, and then they can share them. That doesn't make sense, right?
Absolutely.
It makes total sense.
100%.
Total sense.
So that's what I did. So then, not knowing when you have these games that you're playing them, that you're saving them and you're playing them as yourself, and you can't interact with someone and share it. So I didn't know that. So Anthony, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I think you made a really selfless call by trying to make games that we could share. I think it was a great.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, why am I going to get two of the same thing?
Yeah.
You know,
You just didn't know how the game worked.
share it. So then your older brother Dennis, I don't know, he was probably in high school.
Yeah.
Anthony was so upset, and I didn't understand. I'm like, well, why can't you just share it? Just take turns. You can't take turns. You just can't take turns.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a game. Can't you share it? So Dennis is like, nah, blah, blah, blah. So your wonderful brother Dennis took Anthony, I don't know,
To Sears. Yeah.
to Sears and got another yellow Pokemon game because now they were back in stock because, of course, they were sold out, right? So I just wanted to clarify that because I think James picked on Anthony about that story on one of the podcasts. Wait a minute. Oh, you're breaking my heart. No, I didn't know that.
No, yeah, we said that you didn't know any.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
I honestly.
There's no way you could have. You don't even. Yeah. You
You couldn't have understood.
Yeah.
Because it was. It's
I
like,
didn't.
It's a specific thing.
All I know is I had a great Christmas that year.
And Anthony did.
But I had a wonderful childhood.
Hey, I'm just grateful to have you in my life and that we had, a childhood that you gave us. So, and all the sacrifices you made for us. And, I'll never, ever understand it, everything you've done for us, and just eternally so grateful for you.
You're the best.
You're the best.
You're the best.
No, you're the best. No, you're the best. You're the best. No, you're the best.
All right, I went through all of our questions.
Yeah, you got anything else?
I don't know.
Any more stories or anything you want to bring up that you think would be fun?
Any more stories? I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're over an hour.
It's been a great
Yeah,
episode.
that was a lot of fun. You did so great.
You did a great job for your first time on a podcast.
That was such a blast.
Oh, thank you. And hi to all your fans. Keep watching these two dudes. They're the best. And I love you dearly. I miss you every day. I'll be out there in September.
Can't wait.
We'll
It's gonna
take
be
you.
fun.
We'll take you to IMAX in September.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, maybe there'll be a movie coming out. We can go to
Yeah.
one of the screenings at their headquarters, and we can take
For
you.
sure.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that. I
All
would
right.
love that.
Well, Mom, thanks for coming on. We love you so much.
Happy
That was-
Mother's
that was
Day.
a blast. Happy
Bye.
Mother's Day. This
Love
is your
you.
gift. I didn't buy you anything. I'm just kidding. Nothing. Just kidding.
I did
Just
what
kidding.
you need to. I'm sorry if I said something I shouldn't have.
All right, we're gonna shut the podcast down. Thanks for tuning in, everybody around the world. Make sure to have a wonderful Mother's Day with your loved ones and everything, and take care. Mom's holding a sign up for you to see on YouTube. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. This episode of Raiders of the Lost podcast has been executive produced through Patreon thanks to Cody Moen, Calvin Cam, John A. Gratz, and Lauren Smertz. Thank you to our producers.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.